Welcome Islanders to the ultimate Icon of the Seas ship tour. Whether you're new here or not, let's drop our anchors and spend some time in the islands looking at the largest ship in the world, the Icon of the Seas. The Icon of the Seas was built by Meyer Turku in Finland and debuted in 2024. Sailing from Miami, Florida, she boasts 20 total decks, 8 neighborhoods, 2,805 staterooms, 7 pools, 8 hot tubs. She's over 250,000 gross tons, and she's just about as tall as the Empire State Building in New York City. Let me take a minute to introduce myself. I'm Derek Phillips. My wife Amanda and I are content creators and travel advisors. We specialize in finding the right fit and best value for our clients. We do all of the planning, researching, and legwork in planning for your trip so you don't have to. Our services don't stop after your booking is made. Our management services include excursion planning, onboard activity planning, hotel planning, parking, and so much more. We're here to ensure you get the most value for your vacation, and the best thing is you don't pay us a penny. The cruise lines will take care of that. In many cases, you can transfer your current reservations to us so we can watch for price drops and upgrade opportunities. Shoot us an email at travel@bookislandtime.com and let's get started planning and managing your vacation. Many of you are here to see whether or not you want to book a cruise on the Icon of the Seas. But let's be honest, some of you are here just because you love cruise ships and want to see what the Icon of the Seas has to offer. In any case, we were recently invited by Royal Caribbean to sail on board the Icon of the Seas before her inaugural sail date of January the 27th, and we want to share everything she has to offer. On the tour today, we will tour the public areas of the ship. You'll have a chance to see whether the Icon actually lives up to all the hype. With that said, let's hop outside and start sharing the greatest cruise vacation on the market on board Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. Welcome Islanders to Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. We're glad that you're here with us. You know, whenever I'm thinking about my cruise vacation, this is the moment that I cannot wait for. I love feeling that Caribbean sun on my skin. I love smelling the salty air. I love seeing the vibrant colors, hearing the steel drums. I cannot think of a better place to start this ship tour than Deck 17 and Cloud 17 on board Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. So many of you are fellow Islanders. There are many of you, though, who are watching us maybe for the first time. If you enjoy ship tours, cruise news, vlogs, and experiences, be sure that you subscribe to our channel. Ring that bell to receive notifications when we upload content. We have so much content to share with you on board the Icon of the Seas. You know, Cloud 17 was set to be the adults-only area before it was moved to Hideaway Beach. It's a beautiful area on Deck 17. Starboard side here, you can see the first pool. That's exactly where I would be. Amanda would probably be there on a lounge chair. I will point out here that these lounge chairs are padded lounge chairs. Some of you, I know, you'd make your home right there, looking through the clear glass. Some of you, though, you would sit at the bar, and you are in luck. The lime and coconut is here. The bar is right here. You can sit there and enjoy a cold drink and shade as well. I want to point out that as we move from place to place on the tour today, I am going to move things forward. I'm going to fast forward them. I know your time is valuable, and I want to show you this walking tour, but I also want to maximize the value of your time. Look at how big this area is, though. Cloud 17 offers so many different views and places to relax, from a hot tub to a lounger to a pool to a bar. Everywhere you look, there are views. It's an absolutely beautiful space. I want to take a second and ask you if you were enjoying your sea day, or maybe you stayed on board the ship and you didn't get off at a port of call. Where would you be enjoying yourself? The day bed there as we overlook another pool on board the Icon of the Seas? Would you be in the pool, the bar, a lounger? Let us know where you like to hang out on board. Where's your secret place? I do want to point out as we move toward midship in Cloud 17 that a smoking area is present in this area. So if you are a smoker, Here's to you. If not, stay towards the forward part of Cloud 17. Let's stay on deck 17 for a second and check out the sports court. This is a full-size basketball court. Of course, they had pickleball going on when we were watching. This is a free area to use. There's no reservations required. Basketball, pickleball, soccer, and other games are played here for families to use. It's so much fun. Again, the colors that Royal Caribbean has used and the space. This is an actual full-size basketball court, unlike many other cruise ships across the industry, which cuts the short either short in length or in width. This one is full size. Deck 17 is one of the smaller decks. We're going to walk down to deck 16 and find a neighborhood that many of us are going to know and love. If you are an adventurous person or an adventurous family, you are going to live here. This is a neighborhood we're going to take a look at. Thrill Island has been built for those who love the thrill, to seek adventure. Of course, the water park, 6 water slides are here. You're going to find the flow rider here, the rock wall climbing here, and so much more. Let's enter in to Thrill Island and have a look around again at the beautiful colors that Royal Caribbean has designed, some of the water slides as well. Enjoy Thrill Island. One thing you will probably notice pretty quick is that a lot of these water slides are bigger. They are for families, and there are height requirements starting at 42 inches for some slides, but do not fret, don't frown. The little ones have their own water park as well in Surfside. Stay tuned to this video, and we will go to the Surfside neighborhood where kids below 42 inches will have their own splash pad and pool and water slides. You're probably saying, Derek, this looks great. My family would love this, but how much is it to enjoy the water slides at Thrill Island? That answer is simple. Thrill Island and the water slides within are absolutely free. You heard that right. You can ride them once, twice. You can ride all of them as much as you would like, and it does not cost you a penny. Do beware though, some of the slides require a tube, and those will be provided for you. But the mats that are needed for some of these water slides in the back, you actually have to carry your own mat upstairs. So make sure before you ride each water slide, you see if there's something extra that you need to grab before you head upstairs. You can see we're going to approach the next neighborhood, the Hideaway. That is the adults only area. We will take a look at that. Look at those 3 day beds though, right over the pool, the first suspended pool at sea. We're gonna go down there in just a few minutes, but first let's take a look at this. This is something honestly I would never do. I know Jason with EECC Travel a couple of years ago, he tried the flow rider and injured himself, injured his shoulder. One thing I always tell people, yeah, experience things, be adventurous, but also be smart. If you have previous injuries or things like that, don't take a chance on riding flow rider or other things. But if you're in good health, you work out, you're in shape, enjoy flow rider. Sometimes there's quite a bit of a line there, but it is absolutely worth it. There is so much more to Thrill Island, and we're going to take a look at the rest of Thrill Island here in just a second. But while we're on deck 16 and we are at the aft portion of the ship, let's go ahead and go downstairs to deck 15 and check out the adults only 18 plus Hideaway. As you enter Hideaway, you will find there are 2 large hot tubs for adults only. The kids are not getting in these hot tubs. You can enjoy those hot tubs. We experienced bar service, which is great. Someone comes and gets your drink. Just be sure to get out of the tub when you need to go to the bathroom. If you continue moving downstairs, you can see, and now we are on the first suspended pool on a cruise ship. Those beautiful beds were free during our sailing, but they do require reservations. You can rent them for the day if you would like. If you don't need the bed, but you need the sun, there are plenty of areas to sit and enjoy. There are also plenty of areas to lay out. Let's take a look right here at this beautiful view. Looking down, look at that view right there. Surfside. Those were the slides that I was mentioning for little kids, and the pool for little kids and families. We will be down there in just a little bit, but I wanted to show you Surfside and a good view of the first suspended pool at sea. What a beautiful view. Some people cruise and they want these adults only areas, while others, they don't. They want to see the thrill. They want to see people interact, whereas this place is a place for people to sit and chill and lay out. There's not much going on here, but some people love that. Let me ask you this question. Whether you cruise with Carnival Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean, or any other, do you look for these areas that are for adults only? And if so, how many hours would you say that you spend over a 7-night cruise? How many hours do you spend enjoying the rest and relaxation and quiet time at places like these? Let's make our way around the starboard side of the Hideaway, and here we will find the Hideaway Bar. It's a place, of course, you can sit and enjoy drink by drink. You can pay as you go or use your beverage package here. There's bar service here. You can sit at some of the tables here if you would like, and there's bar service. I also wanted to share, as I did earlier, we did receive bar service in the pool and hot tubs, and even on the port side, if you're enjoying the loungers there, you will get bar service there as well. I always enjoy sipping on a mojito in the mornings. I might move to pina colada sometimes during the day. If the sun is really out and it's hot, an ice cold beer sometimes does the trick. Remember also to drink your water, as that will help you feel good all day long. What would be your drink of choice if you were back here at the Hideaway enjoying your day? Let us know your drink of choice in the comments section below. It will be fun to see if it's the same 2 or 3 drinks, and some of you are creative. Share some of your drink ideas in the comments section below. Islanders, that is the Hideaway, a place where we enjoyed some time for adults only. Those hot tubs were great. We're going to exit Hideaway now and return back to Thrill Island. You may think that you can hear the screams of those on the slides and things like that, but we really did not hear that from Thrill Island when we hung out at the Hideaway. But let's continue our ship tour of the Icon of the Seas with looking at more spaces on Thrill Island. One of the next venues that we will share with you are the dunes. Miniature putt-putt golf is a staple on cruise ships, and some cruise lines, believe it or not, have started to charge for that, but it is free on board Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. You can find a bar there. Again, this is on the port side here of Thrill Island. Get you a drink. There's also base camp provisions. This is an interesting concept that has some items that charge. Wisconsin cheese curds were some of our favorite here. The waffle chicken nuggets were interesting as well. They have other things that cost, but there are some free items as well, such as hot dogs, pretzels, and tater tots here as well. Making our way toward midship, port side, is the traditional rock wall experience with Royal Caribbean. Several different climbers can climb at the same time if you're adventurous enough. It's so much fun. Of course, the challenge is to make it up to the top and to ring the bell. That is adrenaline peak, and it's absolutely so much fun. The crew will make sure that you are safe, that you are harnessed up and ready to go. Just next door to Adrenaline Peak is this new feature that so many people are enjoying, Crown's Edge. It is a ropes course experience, again, that you get harnessed up for. You can see the height requirements there as well, the weight requirements. Get harnessed up, you go above, high above the ship. You get to walk across multiple platforms, test your balance. You even get to zip line as well. That was very popular. As we continue making our way toward midship, I want to point out all the loungers and the color that Royal Caribbean has put on board the Icon of the Seas. There's so many places to chill, and that's hard to believe. With the ship 7,500 people, you just wonder, will there be enough places for everyone to sit and chill? And there indeed are. Look at some of these beautiful places. It's neat to walk around the ship and find little bitty things like this, little details, a dry slide for kids that goes from one deck to the next. It's so much fun to find that. We'll come back to that slide here in just a second, but I did want to show you more bars, more places to enjoy yourself, and a beautiful view overlooking Central Park. We will be down there in just a few minutes. We cannot wait to show you Central Park. Before we go downstairs, let me go back to that water slide and go around the corner here, port side, and show you one of my favorite areas on board the ship. Shortly after Royal Caribbean announced plans for the Icon of the Seas, they shared these plans right here of a swim-up bar at sea. That is a pool, there are loungers, there are tables, and you can see fellow cruisers there sitting at a bar. How fun is it to sit at a swim-up bar on a cruise ship? I thoroughly enjoyed this space. If it's cool outside, the pool was not heated, but it was warm. Of course, there's a hot tub as well that you will receive bar service. It's an interesting place. We absolutely loved it. Would you find yourself laying in one of these beds or sitting in one of the blue chairs, or would your seat be at the Swim and Tonic swim-up bar? Let us know in the comment section below. Let's now walk down those steps that I was telling you about to deck 14 and check out another neighborhood here in just a second. Before we get there, you're going to see, again, all kinds of seating area. I love the blue and the red chairs. Of course, another lime and coconut area where you can sit, take a break, enjoy a drink. It's always fun to meet people here, to talk to the bartender. You can order just about anything you want. Of course, pay as you go, or your drink package will also work at a bar like this. But just wait in the next couple of minutes to see what we have for you. We're about to head to another neighborhood here in the next minute or two, the Aqua Dome. Wait until you see what Royal Caribbean has done. We're going to enter first the Aqua Dome Market. It's a place for you to grab a snack, to grab something to eat. I will show you this TV here that has a menu of different places to eat, including ginger. You can get crepes, mac and cheese. There's a Mediterranean place, and then a place that has sandwiches and salads. This is complimentary. It is free. And you know what? Embarkation day and the first sea day, it's a place really that a lot of people don't even know is there. It's a place that's quiet and to the side. Amanda and I enjoyed this place several times. It is also open until late in the evening. Think 11 o'clock p.m. or midnight. So it's a great alternative to pizza or something like that. We thoroughly enjoyed ordering from these restaurants. You can have one, two, all, it doesn't matter. There's no limit. We enjoyed that so much. Let's enter in now into the Aqua Dome, a new experience here for Royal Caribbean. One thing that people have pointed out after seeing the dome is that it is smaller than what people initially thought. I share that only because you need to make sure that you get your reservations to the shows that are going to be here. And if you have reservations, show up early so you can get the prime seating for all the shows. Let's continue walking towards the very front of the ship. You're going to see Rye and Bean here, a bar, one of our favorite bars on board actually. They have a great espresso martini that we really enjoyed. You can enjoy a drink there at the bar, or it can be a grab and go service if you would like to go watch your show at the Aquadome, or to enter into the Overlook, one of our favorite places on board Icon of the Seas. Look at what Royal Caribbean has done here. We're used to the solarium, right? This is a little bit different than the solarium. There's no indoor pool, there's no hot tub, but this place is massive. And even if with my wide angle lens, I'm still not able to capture how big this space actually is. Amanda and I really enjoyed this air-conditioned space. It was 72 degrees. There's a bar downstairs as well. You can sit there, you can read your book, you can play games. It was a fantastic place to enjoy a sunset or something like that. We enjoyed this space so much. It is open to everyone. No reservations. You can make your way here throughout the day. It's also open late into the evening as well. The bar usually closes around 11 p.m. or midnight. It is very quiet, a very nice place during the daytime and even at nighttime as well. Islanders, let me ask you this. Would you like your cruise line of choice? It could be Princess, it could be Virgin Voyages, it could be Carnival Cruise Line. Would you like them to have an area like this Aquadome, this solarium where you could enjoy being inside the air conditioning, but you enjoy the panoramic views? You can sit there and enjoy some space. Let us know in the comment section below if you would enjoy that. We hope you are enjoying the tour so far. We hope it's helping you and it's making you excited about your next cruise, whether or not it's on board the Icon of the Seas. Please like this video. If you've enjoyed it, one thing you can do for us is like this video. Of course, we invite you to subscribe to this channel, become part of our community. And remember this, Amanda and I are cruisers at heart. We have cruised over 25 times with multiple cruise lines around the world, both from North American ports and in Europe. We would love to help you plan and manage your next cruise vacation. If you would like us to help you at no charge to you, shoot us an email at travel@bookislandtime.com. Before we left the Aquadome neighborhood, I did want to share a specialty restaurant with all of you. This is Hooked Seafood. I thought it was a really neat idea for them to put this specialty restaurant inside the Aquadome. This, of course, does require you to pay extra money here as it is a specialty restaurant. It is not included with the price of your cruise fare, and you do need to make reservations for this restaurant in advance. It is a smaller venue that has beautiful views. Be sure that if you're interested in booking this restaurant, that you do so. One of the neat things you can do here is you can book the restaurant, you can enjoy your meal, and then of course book one of the aqua shows for after your meal, and all you have to do is walk through the blue doors, find your seat, and all of a sudden now you have an evening where everything is close together. You can enjoy a great meal and a great show. The Aquadome was so cool, but let's head back outside now to Chill Island, the largest neighborhood here on board Icon of the Seas, and make our way to see some more beautiful spaces where we can hang out during the daytime or at nighttime. Again, look at the colors and what Royal Caribbean has done with this space. It's simply amazing. Islanders, we've come up on yet another pool. This pool is actually one of my favorite pools as it has a lot of loungers and seating outside the pool. Sometimes this water, of course, will come up to the lounger. You can splash yourself, you can cool yourself off. There's areas in the shade as well for those who enjoy the shade. But the pool itself is actually one of the larger pools on board. We really enjoyed hanging out here during the day. It was one of those places that you could sit, and there was a lot of people there. It was one of the most crowded places, but sometimes, especially on sea days, you want that. I don't know about you, but Amanda and I cruised to meet new people, to meet people from around the world. Of course, we met people from around the country and around the world. One of our favorite couples on this trip was a couple from Norway who had traveled all the way from Norway to sail for these 3 days on board the Icon of the Seas. There's another view of Central Park. We're going to be down there in just a few minutes. It is absolutely beautiful on board the Icon. What says chill more than a place where you can grab some refreshing food and drinks? We're talking about El Loco Fresh, an awesome concept by Royal Caribbean that allows all of us to enjoy those margaritas that we know and love. There's several different types of margaritas that you can enjoy at the bar there. There's also a lot of different grab and go types of options when it comes to food. We'll show you that here in just a second. Look at these neat places for kiddos or adults even to lay down and play a little bit while they enjoy this extra special space. Another hot tub there while you're making your food. The salsa station that you can top all your food with. But you're able to get nachos and burritos and different things over here. Again, a grab and go type of setting that we really enjoyed. El Loco Fresh is a complimentary restaurant. You're able to grab and go as much as you would like. Royal Caribbean really has done a great job at providing several different venues for the cruiser who wants to be on the go all the time. You don't have to wait in line necessarily and wait for someone to make your food, although that is appreciated by all of us. But it's also appreciative from Royal Caribbean to have these spaces where we can walk up, we can leave our pool or hot tub or area for 5 or 10 minutes. We can go grab a taco or a burrito or a salad, whatever it may be, and then come back and enjoy our time with our friends and our family. Next up is one of everyone's favorite places on board. This is the buffet, the Windjammer on board Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. Look at this space that they've dedicated to hand washing and Mr. Washy Washy himself. You can see there, and they always encourage you to wash your hands. You can go to port or starboard side. There's buffets on each side. The buffets are the same for breakfast and lunch and dinner, so it does not matter if you turn left or right. I'm going straight so I can show you this beautiful view of Surfside. We will be down there in just a few minutes, but before we do that, let's check out the Windjammer, their seating, their setup, their offerings. We have other food videos, one that is almost 5 minutes long that takes you through different food options on the buffet. Enjoy this quick view of the Windjammer buffet on board Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. You know, I'll be honest, buffets are not for everyone when they cruise. There are some people who will eat at the buffet at least once a day, and there are some people who will not eat at the buffet, not even one time during their entire cruise. Cruise lines are different, I will admit that. Royal Caribbean sources great quality food. Their buffets, I think, are above average to other cruise lines, and we enjoy the buffet. We really enjoyed that there's also a bar inside the buffet where you can order your favorite drink. Not all cruise lines have a bar inside this area. You actually have to go outside in order to get a drink. We enjoyed that, but I did want to ask you, on a 7-night cruise, about how many times would you say that you eat at the buffet? Let us know in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed that quick tour of the Windjammer Buffet on board Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. We thoroughly enjoyed eating. We ate breakfast there, lunch there one day, and even dinner there one night. It is a fantastic option on board. Remember, it's complimentary in the price of your cruise fare. They do ask you, though, if you're out by the pool, to go ahead and put a cover up on, put your shirt on, and you can enjoy that space. We've spent the last 30 minutes showing you outdoor areas. Let's step inside Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas and show you some of the indoor spaces. They are as magnificent as the outdoor spaces. We're going to start here on deck 4 and show you the Royal Theater. The size of this theater really surprised me. It was a comfortable setup. There was bar service. One thing I noticed on the Carnival Jubilee's inaugural sailing is there's no bar service inside their theater. You have to bring your own drink or find your seat and go get your drink, but there was bar service here. One thing to point out about the Royal Theater is that you will want to make reservations for the shows. We watched The Wizard of Oz musical and it was fantastic. Be sure that you make your plans and you reserve your spots for the shows on board, online, before you get on board. But keep in mind, if a show is sold out and you want to attend the show, more times than not, if you show up 15 or 20 minutes early, there will be a line outside the Royal Theater and other venues that have reserved shows as well. You can wait in line, and starting 10 minutes or maybe 5 minutes before the show, they will let people in the line enter into the show even if you did not have a reservation. Be sure to check out The Wizard of Oz and other shows on board Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. Let's make our way out of the Royal Theater and enter another neighborhood on Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas, and that's the Royal Promenade. Don't be confused here. When you see the Promenade, you may think that you're in a mall, and for some reason, Royal Caribbean gets a lot of negative feedback because of that. But this is a spectacular area for you to shop, to unwind and have a drink, to see dueling pianos, to see karaoke, to grab some pizza. It's a great place for photo opportunities. We're going to show you around this neighborhood, Royal Promenade, on board the Icon of the Seas. It always amazes me at how much people shop on board. We're not one necessarily to shop and buy new jewelry or a purse or something like that on board, but so many people do. Let me ask you this, Islanders. Do you usually shop at the retail shops on board your cruises? Let's continue making our way towards midship. We're going to find the all-so-popular Sorrento's. This is the pizza venue and restaurant on board Royal Caribbean ships. This venue is free, it is complimentary, and the pizza is fantastic. Take a look at Sorrento's and let us know what pizza you would enjoy during the day, or maybe it's late at night just before bed. As we head our way out of Sorrento's, we're going to make our way across the Royal Promenade to check out Spotlight Karaoke, a dedicated karaoke venue on board Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. Listen, I'm not much one that can sing. I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but I certainly enjoy watching others entertain. Sometimes people can't sing, but they can entertain. And then sometimes people get up there and they blast away. Do you enjoy karaoke on board your cruises? Let us know in the comments section below. Our next stop is a popular stop among Royal Caribbean ships. Yes, that is an officially licensed and menued Starbucks. Royal Caribbean has a partnership with Starbucks on board. So many people enjoy their coffees and their teas. So many people enjoy their drink of choice and using Starbucks on board. Starbucks, of course, is probably the main place to get coffee on board, but let me share this. So many of the bars and restaurants have coffee options available as well. Don't feel like you have to get your coffee fix at this one location on Deck 5. For those of you who need something a little stronger to drink, this is the 1400 Lobby Bar, of course, a historic bar on Royal Caribbean that deals a lot with their history and where their first ship started. We really enjoyed visiting this location. During the day and the evenings, you can see the big glass windows that you can enjoy a drink and great views outside. This place was popular before dinner. It is considered a specialty bar. You can pay as you go or use your drink package here, but the drinks here were phenomenal. And just across the way, you can see this, an escalator that goes down. That's right, an escalator on board a cruise ship goes down to the casino if you would like to, comes back up as well. And now you can see the Pearl. I can remember when the Pearl was loaded on board the Icon of the Seas during construction, and no one knew what it was. But now we do. The Pearl is the first thing that you see when you embark on board the Icon of the Seas, and it takes your breath away. Those individual tiles inside the Pearl, they move and they create different lights. It is an experience to walk up those steps through the Pearl. It's a sight, of course, that everyone loves to see. It's the perfect photo opportunity when you and your family are getting dressed up. Be sure to check out this area. Have your pictures done, of course, by the photographers on board, or bring your own camera and have someone shoot that shot for you. But what a beautiful place, a modern piece of artwork here on board Icon of the Seas. Let's make our way here around the Pearl going towards the port side. You can see the official Royal Caribbean store, which will have all the Royal Caribbean merchandise that you want for you and your family. There's t-shirts, there's cups, there's hoodies, there's all kinds of Royal Caribbean branded items. Of course, these items do cost. You can use onboard credit if you have onboard credit on your account, or you can charge to your card as well. But what a neat store here with all kinds of items that's officially branded by Royal Caribbean, and many of them, of course, branded with Icon of the Seas type of content. Let's continue moving towards the aft portion of the ship. We're going to find another bar. Point and Feather was a unique old school like pub style bar that had live music every single night. It had awesome drinks. You can see the bartenders there dressed up like they're in an old Irish or Scottish pub. We certainly enjoyed this venue at night. The live music was great. The menu was great as well. Of course, your drink package works here as well if you have the drink package, or you can pay as you go. But a large size venue, we noticed that a lot of groups, 6, 8, or 10 people would come in here, and they had the availability for large groups to sit together. We enjoyed the Promenade. The music was loud, and it was always neat to watch people walking around the Promenade come inside and enjoy the show. Next, we're going to have the next cruise desk. Of course, there's benefits of booking your next cruise on board. I do want to remind you, if you book your next cruise on board and take part of those low deposits and onboard credit, you can still transfer your cruise to Island Time Travel. As long as you book your cruise with Royal Caribbean, you can transfer that cruise to us, and we can manage that cruise. Watch for price drops, check for upgrade opportunities, and things like that. Again, shoot us an email if you're interested. Travel@bookislandtime.com. As we continue making our way, you see more retail shops. You also see guest services, which was hardly ever busy. It's always neat to walk through the Promenade, and I have to ask you Islanders this, because not all of you are Royal Caribbean cruisers. Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy seeing the Promenade area, which again kind of looks like a mall, but at the same time there's so much to offer there, whether it's shopping, whether it's dining, whether it's drinking. It is really neat. As we do that, let's take a look at the dining room on board Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. The elegance of this dining room is unmatched like anything else that we have seen. Of course, you are able, as passengers, to choose whether you have an early dining time, a late dining time, or you want to have an open my time sort of dining. But the dining room was very elegant. The chandeliers were great. The lighting was great. A very upscale type of experience in a 3-story dining room that we rarely see anymore, but we certainly enjoyed our experience on board. Many people eat every single meal that they can, especially in the evenings in the dining room. So many people do that and enjoy it. And yes, you can see there are tablecloths for those of you who enjoy the tablecloth experience. Let us know, do you enjoy eating at the main dining room whenever you cruise? Deck 5 is a jam-packed deck. We will head outside of Deck 5, where we will show you the jogging track or walking track on board the Icon. I thought this was really neat. Most cruise ships from other cruise lines pick their jogging track upstairs. They put it where it has slippery surfaces. They put it where other people are walking and sometimes get in the way. But Royal Caribbean has actually put their jogging track and walking track on Deck 5, and you can see 1 mile is about 2.5 laps. That's how large the ship is, 2.5 laps. What a neat, interesting idea. The track is covered, so it will help it when it rains. It won't be wet and things like that. Let's head downstairs to Deck 4. There was so much to look at on Deck 5. The fun continues on Deck 4. Some of you have been asking about the casino. We did get a quick tour of the casino. We will show that to you, as well as many other things. Let's enter in the Casino Royale. What a fantastic experience here, walking through and entering the casino. Royal Caribbean has done a fantastic job of listening to guest feedback and what games they like to play, whether they are slot machines and different types of slot machines or table games. The casino staff was friendly. One thing that I always share with people is if you want to learn how to play a game, you can do that on a cruise ship. The dealers will teach you and tell you how to play the game. Royal Caribbean had enough space for everyone, even though there can be up to over 7,000 passengers on board. They had enough space for everyone to play their game of choice. Of course, there's bar service here when you're playing their games. There is a casino bar as well. You can earn points through the casino and earn comps on board. Maybe they send you to a specialty dining restaurant. Maybe they give you a part of a promotion or a deal on your next cruise. They may let you cruise for really, really cheap or give you perks or onboard credit. It's always fun, but always remember as well to only take and play with what you can spend and lose. You can get carried away sometimes being on vacation. You can see the Royal Caribbean Casino Royale bar there. There's also some table games where you sit at the bar and there's more games. We enjoy rolling the dice a little bit. We also enjoy playing roulette. Let me ask you, Islanders, what's your favorite casino game? Let us know in the comments section below. Our next venue to check out on Deck 4 is the Music Hall. This was one of our favorite venues at night on board, as the Music Hall had a live band every single night, and I'm telling you right now, they were fantastic. This music hall is big. It's decks 3 and 4. It holds plenty of people. The drinks here are cold and great. The audio and lighting are just like you're at a concert back at home. Royal Caribbean has done a great job with this venue. The live music at night goes into the late evening. We're talking at least to about 10:30 or 11 o'clock, and then this space is used as the nightclub. So a place where people can come and dance and let loose. We really enjoyed this space on board. We also love live music as well. This wraps up our tour on Deck 4, and we cannot wait to bring you our next neighborhood, Central Park. Central Park really is a magical place. It's hard to believe that you're on a cruise ship looking at all the plants, and yes, the plants are real on board Royal Caribbean's Central Parks, including the park on board the Icon of the Seas. There's so many venues to enjoy. We can't wait to show you this space. The first venue we will share with you is Chops Grill, the steakhouse on board Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. This steakhouse is not included in the price of your cruise rate. It is a specialty restaurant, and you do have to pay extra. If you're interested in eating here, I highly suggest that you make plans before your cruise or just as you get on board so you can select the day and time. You can see the fresh cuts of meat that are waiting for someone to enjoy. We enjoy the steakhouse whenever we cruise. Do you enjoy the steakhouse? Let us know in the comments section below. Now let's head across the park, ship, to Royal Caribbean's specialty restaurant, Izumi. This is the hibachi and sushi restaurant available on board, and it is a great choice. Again, it is not included in the price of your cruise fare. It does cost extra, but the hibachi experience is so entertaining. The food is even better, and the sushi is great. There's a to-go window I will show you here in just a second that we enjoyed. You could come here late at night, even enjoy the Central Park area, grab a sushi roll and enjoy. We enjoy the hibachi restaurant, and I'm sure you do too. As we head outside the restaurant, you can see there are many places to sit and to relax. You do not have to have reservations at Central Park just to visit the park in the daytime or the nighttime. That is not needed. Matter of fact, I encourage you to visit during the daytime and come back at night because it's like a totally different place. Here's a bar here at the park. The Trellis Bar is a really neat place to hang out either before your specialty dining meal or after. Again, you can pay as you go or use your drink package. We certainly enjoyed relaxing there and had a good sangria and enjoyed people walking by the park. This park really lights up at night. That's not all the fun that Central Park has to offer. Royal Caribbean added all sorts of venues here for everyone to enjoy, with the next one being Park Cafe. This was really popular during the day. A grab-and-go type of option of food and snacks and things like that. We'll go inside here just to show you around a little bit. Again, a grab-and-go option from Royal Caribbean that we really enjoyed. It was popular on board, both during the day and at nighttime. You were able to grab a quick bite to eat, and you can sit, of course, inside if you would like. But at the same time, with the park outside, why would you not want to go outdoors? As we keep on walking here, you're going to see several different venues for you to shop if you would like. Think of this as a Fifth Avenue type of thing. You can buy your different watches and jewelry and things like that. It was very popular on board. And then you have Lou's Jazz Bar, a neat venue that kept everyone entertained late until the evening. There's a jazz band that actually plays in Lou's. It is a very popular venue, so if you want to enjoy Lou's Jazz Bar, then you're going to have to show up early. Make sure you get your seats early. We certainly enjoyed it on board. The jazz band was really, really neat to see the original music there, and of course covers that were played, and how the windows are raised right into the park. And when you go here at night, the lights that shine on the plants and things like that, it really is difficult to remember that you're on a cruise ship, but that is okay. We hope you enjoyed this tour of the Central Park neighborhood. I want to ask you, Islanders, could you find yourself enjoying some time here during a day, reading a book, listening to an audio book, or even at night enjoying a drink or eating at one of the specialty dining restaurants? Let us know if you would enjoy this space in the comment section below. This honestly was one of my favorite parts of the ship because you had the quiet Central Park, and then just feet away you had the Surfside neighborhood, a new concept for Royal Caribbean that is absolutely marvelous. Take a look at Surfside as we enter in here on Deck 8, soon to go down to Deck 7, a lively place for families. You can see the interior balconies there. Most of these balconies will be full of families who have kids and who want easy access to water slides, to the water park. You can go downstairs two ways. You can follow the slide downstairs if you would want, or you can take the stairs down to Deck 7, which is the heartbeat of Surfside. Many have wondered if there will be a lot of kids on board the Icon of the Seas. You don't want the kids in your swimming pool. You don't want them in your hot tubs. I think Royal Caribbean has done an amazing job designing this neighborhood of Surfside because it's going to keep those young families and those kids down in this area. Now, of course, they always have the freedom to come upstairs to other pools and hot tubs, but I really do think that this neighborhood will confine some families as there are food options here, the arcade is here, and of course different water features are here. Let's show you this area right here where families can grab a quick bite to eat, Surfside Eatery. And think of this as your chicken nuggets, your hot dogs, your fries, a grab-and-go type of venue again, where you can grab a quick snack you can eat inside or, of course, head back outside. Again, Royal Caribbean has done so much to progress this grab-and-go type of option, and I know that this space will be popular among families. Royal Caribbean, of course, has their carousel, which has become a staple on Oasis-class ships. You're able to ride the carousel if you would like. Of course, the life jackets are available. Ice cream, do we not all need ice cream, especially in this neighborhood here? The Surfside bites as well as available. There's all kinds of areas to grab a bite to eat quick, but remember what Mama said, right? You gotta wait 30 minutes after you eat before you can get back into the pool or the splash pad. Did anyone else's mom ever tell them that? Surfside is not just for kids. Of course, adults are set to have fun as well. The Lemon Post Bar is available for non-alcoholic and alcoholic drinks. Of course, you can use your drink package here if you would like. And here's a first look at that splash zone, the splash pad, the slides, the big water bucket, the pool for kids. This area is going to be so popular among families for kiddos to play and enjoy. At the end of the day, a lot of times we forget that we cruise, and a lot of times parents and adults want to enjoy their cruise, and we know it's a blessing for our kids to travel with us, but it's neat to provide this experience and for them to benefit from being on the largest cruise ship in the world. You can see we're at Perfect Day at Coco Cay here, and here's the water slide for little splash pad. They were putting on the final touches. I will say, of all the areas on the ship, this area had the most work that still needed to be done on our cruise. Remember, we sailed before the inaugural sailing, January the 27th, and they were still working on this, but it is set, it is ready to go, and families are going to have so much fun here. Let me ask you this, if you have kiddos that are young enough to enjoy this space, would you book in this particular Surfside neighborhood? Would you book your interior room, or would you book your balcony here where you can access this space very quick? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. We'll show you a couple of different places to eat. This is Pier 7 as well, a quick restaurant here that's just beside the Surfside water features. Again, small, grab-and-go type of restaurant. You can sit down and eat there as well. There's also different places for kids to run around and jump around and enjoy. A lot of cruise ships across the industry don't have places like this, and it's neat to see that Royal Caribbean continues to evolve and have these places for kids to enjoy. Sugar Beach was not open yet on our cruise, but it will be very, very soon before the inaugural sailing. There's also the arcade. Be careful in the arcade because these games do cost. And you can get carried away swapping your card. It's $1.50 or $2 up to $3 for some games. Before you know it, over a 7-day cruise, I can tell you from experience, you can easily spend $400 or $500 playing games, buying games for your kids, but then you as well playing games. What a fun space for families having the arcade in the Surfside neighborhood. Islanders, what did you think about Surfside? Let us know in the comment section below. The kids' spaces are not done yet. We will show you a quick tour here of the children's spaces and kids' clubs. Many parents are a little bit apprehensive about leaving their kids at Adventure Ocean. This is the kids' club on board, of course. Royal Caribbean does not charge any type of fee during the daytime and through most of the evening to watch your kiddos. There is a late night program that does cost a little bit, but I do encourage parents as they book their cruise and they plan what their experience is going to look like. A lot of times Amanda and I will keep our kiddos during the day. Of course, we'll play with them, we'll go to the water park, we'll enjoy things with them, but it is important as parents that you have some time at night as well. And so after dinner, usually we drop off our kids for just a few hours and we're able to enjoy a comedy show. We're able to enjoy a Broadway show, grab a drink or two, and then pick up the kids. And we have found that usually our kids do not want to come back with us. They enjoy the kids club that much. Let's visit now the starboard side of deck number 6, Park West. Of course, the art gallery on board. Art is so popular, and those who buy it usually get offers to cruise at discounted rates. You'll also see another store here, specialized here in men accessories and clothing. That was pretty neat. Before we head back here to Playmakers, this is the sports bar and arcade on board. We so enjoyed this space. No matter the sporting event that you're after, Playmakers is going to have it. There are TVs situated everywhere at booths and tables around the bar. We really enjoyed this experience. There's also food options here as well. The food does cost, but it is at a fair price. The drinks you can buy one at a time, or you can use your drink package to enjoy. But look at the space and the different sports memorabilia that is around the bar. A Michael Jordan signed jersey and so many other things. We really enjoyed this space. Let me ask you, sports fans, do you usually keep up with sporting events when you're on board? We love cruising during the Super Bowl or during March Madness and meeting people from different parts of the country, cheering for different teams. This space was really neat too because of the air hockey, the pool tables, and all the different arcade games as well. We really enjoyed Playmakers. Our next space on deck 6 is Absolute Zero. We do want to show you this space, although I will share that they were working quite a bit on this space during our cruise. This is the ice rink on board. Of course, there are ice skating shows that you do need to make reservations for. It is a smaller venue, I will say, but it's really neat if you enjoy the figure skating and things like that and different acts. You do need to check it out. Absolute Zero, a beautiful venue on board Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. Let's make our way back now through Playmakers. You can see everyone having fun here. We will make our way towards midship right here and go see more of the Royal Promenade on deck 6. I know I mentioned it earlier in the tour, but it seems like everywhere you look on this ship, there are views, and that does not change in the Royal Promenade. We're going to head towards the port side of the ship and take a look at Boleros. This is an interesting venue that had live music in the evenings and a place to dance, if that is your thing. They also had great drinks, and they had these tables that a lot of people would sit at and overlook the Royal Promenade. Of course, you can pay as you go with your drinks, or if you have the drink package, it works here as well. We're going to take a look now at the starboard side, and you can see that we're going to come across one of the most popular bars across the Royal Caribbean fleet, the Schooner Bar. This bar, of course, is so popular on so many Royal Caribbean ships. It's a great place to chill before dinner. A lot of people were doing that here, actually, as we recorded the ship tour. The nice, comfy chairs. Of course, there's a bar that you can sit at. There's live music in the evenings. It is one of Royal Caribbean's most popular bars. We're going to keep making our way towards midship, and you're going to find a specialty restaurant here. Giovanni's Italian Kitchen and Wine Bar is what we're going to come across next. It is a really neat venue. If you love great Italian food or great wine, this is the place for you. Now, the price to eat here is not included in the cost of your cruise fare. It is an additional cost, but it's a really neat restaurant. We like this restaurant because of its proximity to the Royal Promenade. It was really neat. You know, you could show up before dinner. You could sit at the bar overlooking the Royal Promenade. You could people watch. It was always neat to watch people come, and they were coming to take pictures at the Pearl. And people are dressed up. They're happy. They have their best version of themselves. And of course, after you have a couple of drinks, your table is ready, and you get to eat a fantastic meal here in the Royal Promenade. What a beautiful sight, the Pearl on Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. Next up is a new concept for Royal Caribbean. This is a neat venue that we so enjoyed. It is a dueling pianos bar. This piano bar was very, very popular, and it had, of course, two pianos and pianists playing the piano, playing songs together, playing songs against each other. You could choose a side. You could root for one pianist over the other. Of course, there are drinks served here as well. You can pay as you go or use your drink package. But there were several shows a night. They lasted around 45 minutes, and each and every show was so popular. You can see the beautiful red pianos. The lights would come on. It was such a neat and interesting venue. A new contemporary different change on the old piano bars where there would be a one-person show, and sometimes they would play the same songs over and over. We really enjoyed this venue here on the Icon of the Seas. Let's make our way portside now. Staying on deck 6, we're going to look at the attic. This is Royal Caribbean's Comedy Club. It is a very good size. Of course, the comedy shows, you do have to make reservations for those shows in advance. There are several shows offered all cruise long, but you will want to make sure when you sign up for multiple shows that they are not repeat shows. We so enjoyed the comedy on board Royal Caribbean. They had 3 comedians who performed for 50 minutes. It really was a great time. The bar there, of course, you can pay as you go. You can use your drink package as well. You do want to make sure, though, that you reserve these shows. And at the same time, if you don't have reservations and you want to go, show up again about 10 or 15 minutes early, and they may let you in. I do want to share the Grove Sun Deck with you. This is an area for those who have suites, so suite guests. And no, I'm not just talking about those who are kind to each other. I'm talking about those who paid a lot of money to be on the Icon of the Seas, paid more money than anyone else. They have access to this grove, this area where you can go and grab something to eat. It's your own place to eat. You have personal tables, you have personal loungers, you have your personal pool, you have your personal hot tub. This is only for suite guests to use and take advantage of. It really is a neat area here where Royal Caribbean rewards those who have paid a lot of money. We have enjoyed this. It was quiet here. We visited here several times during our cruise, and there was never more than 5 or 6 people here. And it made me think, if you book a suite and you have access to this area, would you use this area? It's interesting because if you're looking for that quiet time, then yes, maybe you would. But if you're a people person, if you enjoy people watching and interacting, you may not use this area because you want to be around other people. You want to be around fellow cruisers. And so it was really interesting to see this area. It was beautiful, but I'm not sure I would use it. Would you? Let us know in the comment section below. Islanders, I can't believe that we've been together for over an hour looking at the world's largest cruise ship, Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. I certainly hope that you have appreciated this tour. You've enjoyed spending the hour together looking at some great spaces, some new ideas for cruising in the industry. There are so many things here that other cruise lines could adopt and put into their future new ship builds. I highly encourage you to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know if you enjoyed the tour. What are the things that we did well? What other things would you like to see or us do different? I also want to remind you, you may have been looking at this video trying to decide, do you book a cruise on the Icon of the Seas? That answer after you watch this tour may be, yes, I want to do that. Or it may be, no, that ship is not for me. Either answer is okay. What I want to make sure is this: you have someone planning and managing your cruise to meet your specifications, getting you the most value. Amanda and I specialize in that. We are not sales agents. We don't work for one cruise line. We are here to personalize and plan your cruise vacation as you want it to be. Remember, you do not pay us anything. We would love to go on this journey with you to plan your cruise, to make sure that your family has the best time that they can. Feel free to shoot us an email at travel@bookislandtime.com. We will work with you hand in hand. There's not anyone else who works for us. It is simply Amanda and I. Islanders, thank you so much for taking this hour and looking at this beautiful ship. We invite you to subscribe to this channel. Ring that bell to receive notifications when we upload content, which is all the time. And if you want to help us, simply like this video. That puts this video in the algorithm so other people can see it. We hope that you have a great time cruising. We hope that you have a cruise that is booked in the near future, and that you can enjoy some time on the water, enjoying time with your family and friends and making new friends. Thank you so much for the support for the hour in this tour, and safe cruising. We will see all of you next time right here on Island Time.